of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. Won't contaminate myself with it. Take it away, take it away, take it away.
Well, do you agree with that? Is money the root of all evil? Or is the actual quote from the Bible more accurate when it says that it's the love of money that really causes the problems? And money is so much in the news at the moment, isn't it? What with the credit crunch and the rising fuel prices, not to mention the fact that the summer sales are on. But you know, however we are with money, whether we have too much to count or not enough to make ends meet, money can be a real challenge to us all, as we'll be finding out this week in Songs of Praise.
We had a fabulous lifestyle. Brian was a navigation officer in the Royal Fleet Auxiliary, and I was a manager in a estate agency. We had a lovely house, and we had our life fairly mapped out for us until retirement. Brian was going to be on a huge pension, and we had savings, and we really didn't want for anything. We were just comfortable.
So there you were, very settled as a family. What on earth made you give it all up?
I went down to the Falklands. This was after the war. This was just when we had the peace patrols. And during that time, felt led to look at my life again, to say, how can I spend it doing things for other people rather than myself? And so in prayer and thought and even some discussion with other people, I heard about an organisation, which was Youth of the Mission, that ran vessels, particularly a 12,000-ton hospital ship. And the people there didn't get paid, but used their professional skills to help some of the poorest of the poor. I ended up writing to Anne, and I told her how I felt led. Now, to be honest, I thought she would simply write back and say, don't be ridiculous. But much to my surprise, she said that she'd been led the same way. So I had nowhere to go but to think God's really speaking to us.
Youth of the Mission is the world's largest international and interdenominational mission sending organisation. I think we're in about 171 countries around the world with 17,000 full-time staff now. We work in a variety of projects. You name it, we do it. Highfield Oval is YWAM England's headquarters.
I've already marked it up.
It's fabulous just walking around and having missionaries and people here from all over the world. So one of the things I'd like to look at this afternoon, we have young people coming here to be trained to head up our projects around the world.
Well, I run the maritime wing of Youth of the Mission. Right now we have a vessel called the Pacific Link. We would have dentists come on board, we'd have surgeons going around isolated islands, bringing care, in some cases where there is absolutely no care whatsoever. Also, we do a lot of training of staff for the various projects, and that's why we've focused on this new sail training vessel called the Next Wave. The focus is on particularly character development, leadership development.
We actually had no idea that in order to work with Youth of the Mission, you didn't get paid. In fact, you had to provide your own support. But I think, how much is that bill you've got there? We've got one here, and that's coming, that's coming.
When we first went into the mission, our church were our main support. But over the years, other people have got to know what we did and said, actually, we'd like to give you something each month as well. And so we've managed to not have any debts and to bring up our kids and to pay all our bills, which is a miracle.
Do you think that your faith has changed along with your lifestyle?
Absolutely. I'm not the same person I was 17 years ago. I think faith for me was something I gave mental assent to. But when you're living with everything you need, it's very hard sometimes to see why you need faith. But we've really are living on the edge, and we don't know where the money is going to come from tomorrow. Though people have committed to support us, it could stop tomorrow. And so my faith in God has grown enormously because I look at the scriptures and see what God promises, and we have lived those promises out in 17 years without a backup plan.
Next week, Aled Jones is in Southall as he begins a summer tour of cathedral cities. He'll be looking back at some highlights of the Songs of Praise year, including music from Leslie Garrett and the winners of our school choir competition.